quite wonderful, really, that you can't create peace. And that peace is what you really are. Because anything that's coming and going, the thoughts, the emotions, the sense of being a separate self, cut off from the world, all of that, it will go one day. And what will remain is what you really are, which is peace, which is quite wonderful. Now, one way that I like to point towards this is, you know, that moment when you're in bed and you've closed your eyes and you've finished your day, and even if you're somebody who's in immense struggle, there comes a certain point where you're lying on your pillow and the thinking mechanism starts to settle down and you're drawn into your heart. And as you're drawn into your heart, and everyone experiences this every night, unless, of course, you don't sleep all night. Everyone experiences this when they fall asleep. You're drawn quite effortlessly, quite naturally, into your heart. And as you're resting in your heart, and the mind settles down, all your problems, all the problems that you seem to have through the day, completely disappear. And then you're drawn effortlessly into the nourishment of your own being. And then you fall asleep. And so one thing we can do is, while we're awake like you are now, and you can try this with me right now, is you can imagine that you've had a long day. In fact, imagine that you're a child. Imagine that you're a child and you've had a long day out at a theme park, your favourite theme park. And you've had all these experiences, all of these ups and downs. You've had this long, long day, going on rides, falling out with your brother or sister, queuing up, enjoying roller coasters, eating candy floss, running around, tiring yourself out, the car journey there, the car journey back, being with your parents, playing with the dog, and then you get back home, you have some dinner, and you watch your favourite movie on the TV. And then you start to fall asleep on the sofa, so your mum prompts you to go up to bed, so you go up to bed, you brush your teeth, You just can't wait to get into bed, and you go and you get into bed and you put your head on the pillow. And then your head's on the pillow, and the day that you've just had just starts to fade. And you're drawn into this inner sense of warmth, this absolute coziness inside your own heart. And as you're lying there, a few thoughts percolating around about the day, and then slowly the thoughts just fade, and you're just drawn into this light, the light of your own heart. And from there, you start to fall asleep. Now, imagine that moment. That moment when your head hits the pillow and all of your problems fall away. You come into your heart, you effortlessly drop into your heart without even realizing it. And your heart knows all is well. Your being knows all is well. Now what if you could come into this place whilst still awake? What if you could come into this deep nourishment of your own heart, this deep nourishment of beingness, whilst still